Hi FirstClasse Malaysia, my name is Pristine. I'm a humanist cultural photographer and also the founder of Malaysian Pay Gap. In November, I am the cover of FirstClasse Malaysia. Today, I'm gonna walk you through the backstory of my top 5 favorite photos. The first picture, I'm taking you into the alleyway of New Delhi. So before I took this picture, I already walked in the downtown area for 5 hours. And when I saw her, I got so excited because she was the first Aryan woman that I witnessed. Why is it so rare to have an Aryan woman? That's because the iron that she's holding is really heavy, it's like 15 kilograms. You can trace the traditional iron back to the 3rd century back in China. And how it works is that underneath there's a charcoal box. So you heat up the charcoal and then you put everything in. When it's so hot and heavy, when you hard press into the fabric, it just gets flattened instantly. And she was quite embarrassed when I wanted to take her photo, because in India, when a woman had to work, it actually reflects of their social class. And I had to convince her really hard in order to get her consent for this. This next photo is my favorite only because of one thing. It's the notion of mise-en-scène. So in photojournalism or photo documentary, we're not allowed to position the subject any differently because we need to reflect the truth. This was really early morning in Varanasi. When I saw this, I just felt like, wow, this is a blessing from the universe because everything was perfect. Not only that what she's wearing matching with the wall, and also the mattress is just so to be red color. So everything looks very harmonious, and then this beige color somehow just even out everything. So this is perfect. When I was taking this photo, he wasn't even aware. So mission complete. This was taken in Uzbekistan. This third photo shared the same reason why I like it. It was that mise-en-scène element that I talked about just now. When I was practicing my framing, they weren't there. So all of this are silk made from natural dye. And when I was practicing, I think these two grandma and granddaughter, they just wanted to help me out with my photo. They walked straight into the frame and gave me this within 2 seconds, and immediately I just snapped on. Because once you miss that golden second, they move away or they got a bit self-conscious, that's when you lose the shot. So this is very precious because of that. And I was from fashion background, so everything here speaks of what I asked for in aesthetic, but I match it with a bit of photojournalism. This was taken in Kashmir, and he is Kashmiri Muslim. This 4th photo is really special because I think this is the longest time I've spent with my subject. I spent 16 hours with him in a very extreme condition. He's the maker of gustaf. So gustaf is a kind of pound meat that you need to pound continuously for 8 to 9 hours. And in order to cook that meat, that also takes an overnight of cooking. This is special because this is actually the even ground, and he's actually standing inside the stove. This stove is super hot. So when he's making all of this, it takes 2 days to make a pot of gustaf. All of the neighbors would just come around and just sit by the store just to keep him entertained. So I just thought that this communal culture is very fascinating, and this is certainly a disappearing food because of how labor intensive it is to make. I took this in Hoi An, Vietnam, and at that time my mom was my assistant. This last photo is really special. It's the first time that I took disappearing culture abroad. I remember that it was a raining morning. We woke up at 5 a.m. just to get to this place. He's the last generation of khao lao maker. Khao lao is the type of noodles that they mix with a bit of charcoal to give it some natural color. And his working hours is quite odd. He has to start working at 9 p.m. So 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., that's his job will be finished. So we're just catching him on his last hour. To do this, it was a beautiful surprise actually. I think at that time it was so new into the project. I wasn't sure how I want to go about the style. And I remember there was also my first time handling professional lighting alone. And my mom was holding it. There was also charcoal burning, so the environment is quite spicy to your eyes. Like we just keep tearing up. And then my mom was just trying to run away from the charcoal and the smoke, and then she was right here. She just do it like this, and somehow the light just bounced to the wall and then back to him, and it's just so beautiful. And I quickly make sure that I captured the whole workshop at its is. On the wall is really special. So these are all the orders and then sales that he makes. So he would put it up on the wall. He'll make sure to make it higher because the kids in the neighborhood will come and mess around with the blackboard and the chalk. Yeah, so everything is based on trust. If a seller come and collect the noodles, they will just scratch on their transaction number, and then by the end of the month, he will do all the counting of money. So I think this culture is also really beautiful, like a whole neighborhood trust, and then enjoying the last generation of handmade halal noodles. Alright, that's all for my top 5 favorite stories. You can read my full cover on firstclasse.com.my. Thank you for watching.